So I'm here to review Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and I have to confess, I've never played Dungeons & Dragons, but when I saw it at the cinema on the Monday before Easter in 2023, I posted on Facebook that I was about to watch the film, and suddenly all these friends that I had at school and university all got in touch to say that they have played it many times over the years, they're great aficionados, and I was kind of intrigued to see what the fuss was all about. And I have to say, I found the film to be a really fun sliced piece of world making and mythic adventure fantasy, and it will obviously appeal to aficionados of the role-playing game, which many of my school and university friends have been playing for decades. And Hugh Grant reprises his caddish turn from Paddington 2 and is, I think, by far and away the best thing in this entertaining mythological adventure that comes across as a kind of mix of all sorts of things really: Guardians of the Galaxy, Lord of the Rings, Robin Hood, The Princess Bride. Now, there are many nods and winks to the camera, and an awareness that this fantasy yarn is not to be taken too seriously. But at the same time, the premise is taken at face value, and for anyone familiar with the Dungeons & Dragons universe, I think this film is going to suck you in. There are many beasts, human and monster, that need to be defeated, and the film is an Arthurian quest for honour, decency and integrity, twinned with a resurrection from the dead motif, which situates this tale firmly within the realm of magic and fantasy, as a petty criminal, Edgin, played by Chris Pine, attempts with the mythical Tablet of Reawakening to bring back his wife so that they can be a family again for their young daughter. Now, though a criminal, we can't help but feel sympathy towards Edgin, as he fell into waywardness following his wife's murder, and is now on a mission to bring back his child, who has been kidnapped by the real villain, who is masquerading as a narcissistic aristocrat. Now, tonally, this film is not really all that consistent, with monsters both this-worldly, in the form of Hugh Grant, and supernatural. The dragons, shall we say, are manifold, competing for attention, with Hugh Grant making a promising entrance and then disappearing during the middle part that sags. This is the part of the film where swords are drawn and spells are cast ad infinitum, which only serves to demystify the sacred universe that has been constructed. And the plot is both Joseph Campbell-like. It certainly follows the template of A Hero with a Thousand Faces, the inspiration for Star Wars, while also functioning as a heist and a prison escape movie involving flying creatures, red wizards, shape-shifting druids, and evil sorceresses. But the ultimate point to all of this is the sacrality of family, as the outsiders and the disenfranchised find a community within which they can be accepted, not persecuted. And the ending is genuinely moving. Much of the fantasy adventures feel synthetic and generic, but every personality type is on display. And actually Chris Pine makes a joke out of everything. He's really good in this. And it makes the film feel like a really well-rounded universe, with plenty of tricks, not least the magic walking stick that opens up portals to enable characters to get from one side of a chasm to another in an instant, up its sleeve.